method you call Silva method, right? No, not mind control.
No, it's the Silva Method for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So hi Szilveszter, it's nice to have you here on for a short little interview. I'd like to share your experiences using this program with other people who are interested.
Hi, Steven. Hi, everybody.
Szilveszter, can you tell us how many years ago you've took the course and what has changed in your life since then?
Wow. How many years ago? It was 1998 when I
Okay.
finished the first Silva Method course. I mean the basic course, because later on I did some other things. And what has changed since then? I would say quite a lot. I lived more the life that I wanted to. I understood gradually that basically everything is possible. So if there is a will, there is a way, and the Silva method helps on the way to reach the things, reach my dreams, my wishes. Sometimes I programmed with the Silva method things that are not for me. Well, I understood it later, but when I understood how to use the Silva method, how to program properly what I really need, then I started to understand that yes, it is possible. It is possible, and anything is possible. In relationships, work, on every level, I could reach things which I didn't imagine before that I could reach. I thought that it's just not for me, not for this lifetime. It's impossible for me, and it happened that I got those things faster than I thought before. I thought, well, I get it at all, and then it happened faster than I thought it can happen.
Can you give us an example or of one of the relationship or work successes that you achieved that you didn't think were possible before?
Perhaps actually the most spectacular example comes together. It's both. It was two hits with one shot. I had a girlfriend at that time who lived in another country, and I wanted to get close to her. I really thought that she's the girl for my life. But on the other hand, I like my work, and of course I wanted to, if I moved to this other country, I thought I wanted to have a work that is for me, that I really like. So these two things I started to program with this method. I programmed it for a good half year. Normally it takes a half year for me. If I really start programming something, it takes about a half year to materialize it. So I started to program. I imagined that I live with this girl, she's close to me, and I love the work that I do. It's a feeling. I didn't imagine any kind of exact work or an exact place where we live together, because honestly it was not important. Important was to be close with this girl and to love that I do. And afterwards I simply stayed open. I looked for advertisement posted in this country, in this city where she lived. And I just applied without limitation. I tried not to border myself in any sense, even if I found a job which I had no lot of experience for that, but it was talking to me. Then I applied, and the third job actually worked out for me. So it was a job, Steven, that I didn't even think of such kind of job. I stepped 2 levels higher in a hierarchy of this company. I became a manager of a department, not a team, but of a whole department consisting of various teams. I didn't know the local language. None of the local languages I knew. I didn't have specific experience in management. I had related, but not really. From the corporate point of view, it was not really valid. And it worked out. We got married with the girl. I got this position, and for quite some years actually. I'm this position, and I'm looking forward to get even a promotion.
Szilveszter,
Very with this job.
Szilveszter, that's fantastic. I remember you telling me that story. Can you share a little more detail on how that actually happened, how that job actually materialized for you, and what you did in order to get there?
Well, again, first was the programming. I really vividly imagined that I do have the job that makes me happy. I think really this is the basic and this is the core of the Silva method. That you just need to imagine the feeling that you want to experience, not the details, but the feeling, and then stay totally open, because the universe knows a lot more the way than you do. Universe has like a billion times bigger creativity than we can imagine. So the best is to set the end target, the end goal, and then just stay open. And whatever talks to you, just go for it and see what's there, because there's a reason why it's talking to you. So this is what I did, and after programming, I applied to positions. And first, when I called this specific position, this management position, where I was hired later, of course, the headhunter company took a look at my CV. Well, you don't speak none of the local languages, you don't have management experience, you have some related skills, but I was a purchaser, this was a supply chain management position, so out of the 6-7 criteria, I met like 3, maybe 4, perhaps. So the headhunter company said that, okay, we appreciate your call and so on, but this is not really the profile that we are looking for. But the story didn't let me go. I kept feeling, this kept talking to me, and I saw the advertisement a month later, approximately again, and it came to me even stronger that yes, go for it. Again, I think this is where the Silva method matters, that it guides your intuition, it amplifies your intuition, and it says, come on, yes, you don't seem to be fitting. They told you that, okay, thank you, no, but it talks to me. So I went there again, and I explained them that, okay, I hear you guys, but I would like to go to Latvia because of this personal reason, and at least let me contact with the HR of the factory itself, of the company itself, directly. Maybe there is something else that they're looking for, maybe something later, and so on. And after some persuasion, they actually gave me the contact. I contacted the HR lady. She had the same opinion, and I told her, okay, I got it. I respect it. Makes sense what you say that I'm not this profile, but why don't we just meet up? Maybe I'm good for another position. Maybe I'm good for a position later. Let's just have a chat or something. So she finally agreed, and at my next visit to my girlfriend, basically, I had an appointment with them, and I went in to really have this light chat with the local lady. And much to my surprise, the front desk lady said that the HR is not there. This person was not there. And I really got upset that, come on, man. I mean, we agreed. I understand I'm not your profile, but this is not nice to do with somebody. And I just got disappointed. But the front desk lady continued that, yeah, but hold on, because the plant manager is waiting for you for the interview. I said, interview? Steven, come on. I came for a chat, not for an interview. To be sure, I put a tie, of course, and dressed up nice, but this is not something I expected at all. But the plant manager was waiting for me. We had a discussion. He said, yeah, practically you are kind of okay, but this management skill is still missing. And he was standing up from the table that, yeah, we tried, we had a nice chat, but and then something crossed my mind that I did scouting, and I said that, okay, but hold on, okay, for the management, Actually, I have some experience. I used to lead a guide. I used to lead a unit, a scout unit, and the guy sat back and he asked me, okay, so what did you do there? I explained him how I led the unit, and after a while he said, actually the job is the same here, and we had a deal. I think in a month I could quit. And in my previous position, when I told them that okay, I want to quit, they said, but you could become a team leader. Really, in a half year you could become a team leader. And I said, yeah, it's a bit late, and I'm going for your position right now, basically at another company. So team leadering is, I appreciate it really, but I had a better deal. So it worked out amazingly, and if somebody tells me the story before that it could work out, I would not believe. This is where Silva Method matters, that it guides you. You set the target, and you are guided, because the options are so many that many times we just don't know which one is the right way. Silva Method amplifies and highlights, let's say, the steps for you, and it seems to be obvious, even it's not logical, even if it's not logical. To go that way.
So you got a job in another country and where you don't speak the language, you don't have the experience, and nobody wanted to hire you.
Yeah, Steven, well, this is how it was, Steven.
And then you moved in, and you were able to be with your girlfriend.
Yes, we got married actually a year or so afterwards.
Okay. Wow. And how do you find your life? I mean, overall with the Silva Method since you've been using it. Like, do you feel any different?
Yes, absolutely. There is bigger peace and then the certainty, I would say, when I use it, because things happen easier. When a little bit like when you're in the flow. When I use the method, things work out without struggling, without a lot of time put in it, without a lot of efforts put in it, digging in it. You just set the thing you want, you keep programming, you stay open, and the solution comes to you, comes to me. This is what I feel, that I don't need to work out really the solution. Solution comes to me, and many times in a very unexpected way. But I mean, who cares? The point is that it's not the point is not that it comes on my way. The point is that I had a result which I imagine.
Oh wow, that's fantastic. And what else? Is there any other success that you'd want to share that you think people would be interested in?
Steven, just before I tell another story, let me add here something. The only problem with the Silva Method is that it puts you in a situation in a life where you don't want to use anything because you are just happy, you just feel good. You don't want to use Silva Method, you don't want to meditate, you don't want anything because you have everything. You just don't want to be anywhere else where you are. And this has a backside, because then you stop actually using the Silva Method and meditation and so on. So you may fall out at some point, perhaps, from this flow. And it's important to remember that the tendencies of the world, the tendencies of the mind, it is so that it's kind of moving you out from this flow, and it's really important to keep the method live, to keep the focus through the Silva Method. So keep programming the basics, at least, even if you don't want anything very specific, but keep programming the basics so that you stay in the flow.
I see. That's very interesting. Wow. And is there something else that you'd want to share about, like some interesting successes, whether they're big or small, the ones that you think people would be interested in?
Yeah, Steven, actually, I was thinking before this interview, and there is a funny story. I was working in the U.S. in the summer, and as I am from Eastern Europe, of course it was very important to work as much as we can, and to not to work 8 hours, but at that time, on that summer, I was working 16, 17 hours approximately a day. And I think altogether I had some 4 days off in some 4 months. But I enjoyed all the work, so it was fun. I could earn a lot of money for that budget of mine, for that time budget of mine. So it was a really, really nice deal, and it was a very nice place in Nantucket Island, Massachusetts, and it was really, really good. So yeah, I was combining 2-3 works at a time, and one of the jobs was had to be something where I can eat, actually, where I can, I don't need to spend time go to make some food for myself, but I can eat at my workplace. And I had such a job, which let's say was discontinued for some issues. So I had to fill this gap, and again I started to use the Silva Method in the morning when I was doing some morning exercises, some headstands, so more peaceful things. I programmed that I have a work, I have this kind of work where I can eat and I like it, and it's flexible to combine with the other workplaces of mine, other schedules. And I think it's not even a week after, something like a week after I started to program, I was walking across the street on my usual route. I was visiting a friend of mine after finishing with the buses, with driving the bus. So the same road, and at an intersection, I had a feeling to go left. It was weird, but I thought, okay, I might be tired or something, so I just ignore. I made another step, and it came even stronger. Go left, man. Come on, this is not usual, okay? When you use the Silva Method, you start to have more and more frequent intuitions, but I mean, this was strong. If like somebody was talking to me, really, I even got scared. Not scared, but surprised. Very. Yeah, it was surprising. But I said, okay, let's go left then. I never been there in that part of the city. I went like a block or so, and I saw a sandwich bar that they are looking for people. So I went in. I said that I'm looking for a job. They said, okay, excellent, but it's not here. It's a bit further down. So they explained me where to go. I went there to this other sandwich bar. I stepped in, there was a lady cleaning the floor. I asked her about this position. She said, oh, very good. I am the owner, actually, of this chain of sandwich bars. I'm the one who looked for a person for this place. And we had, I think, a chat of 3 minutes approximately. She understood that I speak English fairly well. She described me the job. She asked me if it's okay for me. I said, yes, pretty good, because she was offering sandwiches. Of course, you could eat as much as you wanted. They even said that please bring to your friends as well if you want, so you could really just take away and feed your friends if it was needed. Also, drinks the same. So salary was absolutely okay. It's the same level approximately as in the previous place. And in 3 minutes, she asked me that, okay, when can I start? I said, well, tomorrow. All right. That's it. And it was in total, it was much better than the previous job that was discontinued. It was much more flexible. I liked the food a lot better than the other place, because I could make my own sandwich the way I wanted. And it was, since then I'm making American type of sandwiches. Right? I love that place. And it was flexible. I could combine it. It was really, really flexible. So.
Well, that's when you were a college student, so obviously eating was an important part of your life.
Yes. And in Eastern Europe, to work in the US, it was really important income if you could do it, because during 3-4 months you could earn the money that you were fine with for a year, going back and studying in the university.
And did you use the Silva method to get out to America?
To get out to America, yes. I had to strengthen myself a little bit, because I wasn't sure. I had some options also at home to stay. It was more to overcome some kind of fear. I think looking back, it was a fear of making this big step. For me, it was a pretty big step, because the airplane ticket was very expensive, like comparing to our budget at that time. Language in the beginning, you don't really know if you can succeed there, and it's a big lottery, because I was looking for the job for myself. So it's kind of, drop down in the jungle, like, I don't know, 7,000 kilometers from your home with a very limited budget, and good luck. Your back flight is after 4 months. And so I had to collect some courage, and I was using the Silva method, and I was using intuition, especially. That helped a lot. That after a while working on this topic, intuition started to tell me that it's going to be good. You don't know how it's going to be exactly, but I had a warm and positive feeling about it. So it helped me to overcome this inner block.
Oh, okay, super. Well, thank you very much for your insight and your stories.
Thank you, Steven.
And
I hope it will work out for others, and I really wish you guys to give it a try. It sounds very simple, and in fact it is very simple. And just because a great thing, it doesn't have to be complicated. Moreover, I think the greatest things are very simple, and it works. It works if you believe in it, and if you use it. It just works, and the more you work with it, the more you use it, the more you will see that it works, and it encourages you. It will give you even more faith or belief, or let's say confidence in this, and then the bigger you can dream. Yeah, so good luck with using that.
wow, fantastic, awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steven.